Party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show. Good to be with you here in the mothership that is Studio 22. Got sitting here in the hot seat with me, the lovely Candice, queen of the Ethiopians. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you. Good to be back.
It is good to have you back.
Thanks.
I like it when you're sitting there. Isn't it funny? Let's talk about this because you sit there, Natalie's there sometimes, and then Jade comes in. Isn't it weird how big the numbers are whenever Jade's on the show?
They are like crazy numbers when
Why,
Jade's
though?
on. It's Jade.
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
No, it's Jade.
Oh, okay.
Like they turn out for Jade.
Well, they do. They do.
Like
I love the comments because right now people are commenting on this thing and they're watching it and they're going, yeah, we love Jade. Jade's the best. Jade, we love Jade.
She has a whole
She should
fan
be on
group.
everything. Yeah, Jade should be on everything.
She has a whole fan group.
Yeah, and then they're like, we love you, Chad, but Jade's way better. I'm quitting.
Sign up for the Blaze and watch it on the Blaze on Humor Me. There you go.
What if we did an episode that it was just like the women of the Chad Prather Show?
Wow.
Led by
I'm
Jade.
fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm happy to have a day off.
You are in the peanut gallery. Idea.
Do I even need to be in the room?
Well, no.
I don't need to be here. No,
You could have a full day off.
You and Jade, Hot News Natalie, Allison, y'all can all sit in here.
Yeah.
And we'll
got
go
it.
hang out at the ranch and drink whiskey. How about that?
We'll do a podcast from the ranch one day.
We should go to the ranch. I want to go to the ranch one day and just wear the Eisenhower helmet like this.
You haven't seen any results of doing that.
No,
There's no side effects at
it
all.
just rings like that. Where am I at, Chance? There I am. Boom. Got to make sure it's right.
It's the sound of freedom.
Huh?
The sound of freedom.
Sound of freedom.
Let freedom ring.
Like I said, can you imagine getting shot in this thing?
We can try it.
How that would echo off your head. What are we talking about today? We got Bougie Sean over in the Peanut Gallery along with Party Foul Steve and hanging out here in Studio 22. And, of course, Mark Tate is not here. The puppet master himself is gone. He is elsewhere in the studio doing things. But we do have Chance the Ginger Rapper sitting over there hanging out and offering up all kind of lovely insights. Chance, you have no soul. We've established that.
Where did Mark go? Did he go elope or something? Or
Mark?
Yeah.
No, he's in another show.
He got pulled up by a spaceship, Area 51, getting butt diddled right now.
Oh.
Why does everybody talk about getting butt diddled? Like what do they want to find in your butt? They ain't nothing the aliens gonna find in your butt.
With all this advanced technology, you think
I want to talk about that.
Butt diddling.
You would think, like, now they built a craft to travel all the way across the universe to get to us. They obviously are superior in their technology. They don't need to run a finger up your rectum to try to find information.
So
Now, this is some weird drugs that they took in a trailer park, right? They were tripping acid. They were hard on LSD listening to a Timothy Leary record and just got mind bent. And the only way they could explain their experiences the next day was somebody picked me up and put an alien ET finger in my butt. And that's the only way I can describe that, right? Candace, you are somewhat of an intellectual. Why did you even nod yes?
I really am just questioning.
You ever still just sitting around trying to figure me out?
Yeah.
Or it don't even occupy your mind anymore, does it?
No,
You're
about 2 times a day. I'm like, what is going on here?
Now look
Especially
back
with
here.
the helmet comes on.
Ned from Area 51 is back here. He's leaning up against the wall here in Studio 22. Ned's got long fingers. Now, I don't know why we assume that aliens have long fingers. We don't know.
Itty-bitty feet.
Yeah. He's a creepy looking dude. He really is. He's an alien. We're going to have so much fun with him, Bougie. Hey, if you're thinking of replacing your carpets that's due to like pet stains and odors, you got to try Genesis 950. It gets expensive if you're replacing carpets. So before you do that, try the Genesis 950. It's an amazing pet stain and odor remover. With water, Genesis 950 breaks down the bonds of stains and odors so they're gone for good. It's antibacterial. It has this component that removes pet stains and odors from carpet and padding. It can be used in a carpet cleaning machine, and it is green. That's a big deal these days, so it's safe for your family and your pets. So if you're tired of pet cleaners that don't work, it's time to try and buy Genesis 950. 1 gallon of industrial strength Genesis 950 can make up to 7 gallons of cleaner. A larger ratio may be required for old stains and odors. And listen, Genesis 950, not just for pet stains. You can clean your entire house, bathrooms, kitchens, countertops, granite, quartz, garage floors, oil and grease stains, engines, wheel, tools, upholstery. Before you purchase all that stuff new, Genesis 950. If you order a gallon direct at Genesis 950, that's 950.com, you will receive a free spray bottle and discount using code BLAZE, B-L-A-Z-E. That's Genesis950.com. Use promo code BLAZE. We just celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. All right, so let's talk about technology. Let's talk about space. Let's talk about AI, IT, TI. I don't even know. I know. Chance the Rapper knows about TI. Anyway, let's talk about all this stuff because President Trump said he was putting together the Space Force, right?
Oh, boy.
And they're starting to breathe some life back into NASA because NASA, of course, is a private company. Barack Obama did everything he could to abolish it and get rid of it. And why are you looking around?
No, I'm just looking.
Yeah. It's like you're trying to figure me out. Like you're trying to. Is he telling the truth?
No, I know.
Where's he going with this?
He defunded everything. But now we're talking about putting more people on the moon. Another moon landing, all right? First of all, did we go there the first time?
That's the question.
That's the question, because a lot of people think maybe we just did it in some sound stage out in New Mexico.
Chance, any thoughts?
Chance?
Moon landing? Did it happen? Stanley Kubrick? Anything?
No, I don't know, Candace.
Come on, Chance! Did it happen?
Yeah, it happened.
Come on. You think so?
Yeah, you don't?
I don't know.
So as a
I
man
believe
who doesn't...
it did, but
I
also
believe it
think
happened.
there is that possibility.
It's always interesting when you watch the conspiracy theories, the things that people bring up. Well, that's interesting. Like there's a shadow going this direction and shadow going that direction. And why would it be if there's only one unidirectional light source coming on the moon, which would be the sun? You know, why is this? And blah. So, I mean, it's kind of interesting to, you know, was it staged and all that? But yes, I believe it happened. One of the things that happened was when they landed on the moon, they didn't know how long they were going to be able to stay on the moon. So the first thing they did, as soon as they jumped off the ladder, is they scooped up some stuff and put it in a container. And they stuck it in their little pocket pouch thing here, just in case they had to make a real quick return back to the module or to the whatever you call it.
The ship.
The ship. The mothership.
The spacecraft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were obviously in the landing module, lunar landing module.
Mm-hmm.
They had to get out of there. So it's interesting. It's been fun. I don't know. I think that it's every time it comes up, people are like, never happened, never happened, never happened. But I think it happened. You think it happened? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Steve?
I believe it did, but there's always that possibility that
What
we got
possibility,
hoodwinked.
Steve?
Hoodwinked.
That it was done
Bamboozled.
on a sound stage.
Bamboozled.
Bamboozled.
Led astray.
But I think they could fake it today easier than they could have back then with the technology that the video equipment has and the art, the CGI and stuff like that. They could say, "Oh, yep, we've got guys on Mars," and do all that kind of stuff, and it would look real.
It could be a virtual Starship Troopers.
Yep.
We could put bugs on the moon and everything.
But the thing about it is, whether they did or didn't, does it really matter? Because you and I are not going to the moon.
You don't know that.
We don't get to go to Mars.
I might need to.
But we don't get to go.
You can. Richard Branson's fun, and people were paying to go to the moon.
Yeah.
That's like your friend goes on vacation and goes to Australia. Oh, good for him. But we're never going to get to go. You know what I mean? So...
But it's not about who gets to go. It's about the pioneering spirit that opens up doors for future things. Like it helps you understand technology better.
They want to.
I mean, okay, so you got more technology in your cell phone than they had of computer power to put a person on the moon in 1969. Mm-hmm. So it's it's being able to look at that and say, okay, now how can we make this better? And you have to think about all of the innovation and technology and inventions that came out of the space program of the 60s that we enjoy today. I mean, what things, communication devices, communication
Satellite.
ability, the ability to track things, the mathematics we learned from it.
And then some like more everyday use stuff like baby formula.
Right.
Yeah. Developed out of that.
How to pee in a bag.
How long does it take to get to Mars now?
We haven't been there.
No, we've
people.
sent crafts.
We've
it's
sent
like 6
crafts there,
months.
but how they travel with inanimate objects, it would be different than how you would probably travel with human beings. It takes a minute.
I don't think you can get back though. That's the problem. I think it's a one-way trip.
Matt Damon got back with a garbage bag, a paper clip. He MacGyvered that, and he came back. He grew potatoes on Mars.
I don't think we're doing that.
Did y'all see The Martian?
Yes.
I read the book.
Historically, very accurate.
I read the book. I mean, the book was great. I don't like Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
You don't like Matt Damon?
No, he's a communist.
Gosh.
He's a communist. He's friends with Harvey Weinstein.
Uh-oh.
I don't.
Drag him on the air.
Well, I mean, it just is.
So wait, if we landed the first time,
This ain't the train station. You don't have to announce your departure, Steve.
if we went the first time, why haven't we gone back?
Well, they did. But you look at what happened with Apollo 13 with Jim Lovell and his crew. That was a cluster from the beginning. I mean, the guy got sick, and then they had Houston, we have a problem, and the little glitch of the whole thing blowing up, and so they had to slingshot around the moon and come back. So I think they looked at it and said, is it worth it, to continue this potential tragic situation to keep doing this thing? So, but hey, Trump's going back.
Right.
I gotta quit laughing so much on this show. I hate hearing myself laugh.
maybe we can volunteer Steve for going to Mars. Weren't they all those people?
Trust me
who
when
were
I tell you,
volunteering?
Steve's been living on Mars his whole life.
He has a dual passport.
Golly, that dude, he's been living there the whole time. Anyway, but okay, so here we sit in the 21st century.
Supposedly.
I mean, it depends on how you tell time, right?
Yeah.
Or if the Aztecs were correct or the Mayans were right.
Yeah.
We're even here at all. Who knows? Maybe we're in an alternate universe.
Our calendar's real. Maybe not.
Maybe
Who
not.
knows?
We don't know.
We just
Maybe
all
we're
think
living
it's
on
Friday.
the island of Lost. We don't. We could be in purgatory.
This is purgatory.
This is purgatory, right? I mean, we could be.
Dante's
Maybe
Inferno.
I had this interesting thought the other day. What if I was watching this thing? Somebody was talking about reincarnation or something. I think we were talking about that with Heaton recently on an episode of Highballs with Heaton on this show.
Past lives,
And I
yeah.
said, what if like you have this cycle of reincarnation? All right? I'm just spitballing here. People, don't get your panties in a wad. I'm just saying, but like, what if one of your lives you have to live like in complete and devastating poverty?
Okay.
And then your next life is maybe a little bit better, but you're still going through hardship and you're having to go through persecution and trial. Then your next life maybe is like you're just a little bit better. And then you get one lavish Hugh Hefner life at the very end that's like boom, 90 years, it's gonna be crazy. And then you got to start over with the crap again,
Or what
but
they
you don't remember any of it.
Like deja
Like right
vu?
now, I think I'm in number 4.
Okay.
I think I got Hugh Hefner coming.
This is number 1
Okay.
for me. This is hell. This is hell. For
So
me,
like
man.
the concept of like deja vu, right?
Yeah.
They think that like there's parallel universes. There's people who like scientists who claim there's parallel universes. And deja vu is an instance where those parallel universes cross.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing
And
at
we're
Sean.
gonna
Oh my God. Oh,
Yes.
I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. Where's my Eisenhower helmet? All right, come back here
Oh
again.
no.
So here's the deal. Here's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Technology today.
Yes.
Obviously, we're sitting here. We're surrounded by technology. We got. That's why I'm wearing my helmet, so the Martians can't penetrate my brain. Right.
It's a proven fact.
I want to.
It's not your mind they want to penetrate.
Yeah. So what I worry about is we're surrounded by this stuff. There's cameras everywhere. Your cell phone.
There's cameras everywhere.
Everywhere. You can't walk down downtown street without getting on camera. They just had a deal with it. People had altercation in Publix in Georgia, between the Sparks dude and Erica Thomas, a congresswoman, and that's all on surveillance camera.
Look at the Boston bombing.
What they caught the dudes.
Yes, because they went into like a warehouse and they like mapped out the whole street and they asked civilians if they were filming at the finish line to send in like personal videos, Twitter videos, Instagram, and they piecemealed it to follow the guy with the backpack through the crowd to the finish line, and we're able to piece it together because of CCTV footage and the fact that everyone has a phone now.
There's cameras on ATMs.
Yep.
Right, and they can see out in the street, the banks, the hotels, all these places they got cameras.
Las Vegas is all cameras.
Yeah, you can't go to downtown Fort Worth or Dallas. You can't go anywhere downtown that you're not on camera somewhere, which made Sex in the Park weird, but highly fun.
God.
It was so. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was anyway. So. But okay, so what are you going to do about it? You can't do anything about it.
No.
There's not a single thing you can do about it. Like when I steal stuff from the studio, I know that I'm probably on camera here. Like when I take things away from here,
you're a walking target.
Pretty
basically.
much. But is it our friend? Like, is having that much kind of technology, is it our friend or is it a foe? Like, okay, you just pointed out a situation where like that kind of technology was beneficial,
right?
It's like enemy of the state. It's like Will Smith's enemy of the state, where they can literally just follow everything you do. Everywhere you go. That's kind of creepy.
What was that Matt Damon movie with George Clooney where they were in the Middle East and they always knew like there was a drone?
Ocean's 11.
No. They were in the desert. It was a serious movie.
That was a party foul answer right there.
And they could look up and they knew the drones were there. They knew the satellites were there, and they just knew they were being watched or whatever. I got to look that back up.
You sure it was Brad Pitt and Matt Damon? I think it's Brad Pitt and Robert Redford's in it, right?
No.
Kind of looks like Matt Damon.
No, it's Matt Damon.
Easy mistake.
Who's the first person I said? George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Don't mess with me, Sean.
But you think about that, and I think it'll be like a little too late when we realize that it's a bad thing. Like it's going to be very good. There's going to be a lot of benefits. We can do a lot of stuff in a good amount of time now because of the benefits of technology and everything being in your hand.
Have you seen these robots that they're building and they can do? What?
Sorry, Syriana.
Syriana.
Yeah.
I almost said Sicario, but that's a whole deal about the cartel.
That's the cartels.
Syriana. Was it Clooney?
Yeah, Clooney and Damon.
Matt Damon? Never doubt me, son.
It's the helmet. I'm sorry.
Never doubt me.
What was I thinking?
When it comes to movies, don't ever. What?
You doubted you first.
No, I didn't. Never at a time. But I wanted to raise up questions and discussions. If it's a good thing, these robots that are doing backflips and doing all this crazy stuff.
That was fake, but yeah.
It wasn't fake. I ain't talking about the one where they were beating him up with sticks and he was fighting back. I'm talking about these robots that are jumping all around. And then the one, did you see the interview with the robot a couple of weeks ago where she was talking about we really want to be respected and we would like to be
the first robot citizen?
Yeah.
That kind of turns into a Westworld situation, like the first AI theme park opened last year
in Beijing.
You
got to hit the switch now.
It's like Westworld. Like, would you participate in a Westworld?
No, hell no. I wouldn't participate in the real world with people walking around with fake guns shooting at me. No. No. Much less give something to a robot.
So then you look at like, we always have something on us that is, technology, like phones, watches.
That's what I'm saying. Remember the good old days when we used to sit on the toilet and read the shampoo bottle? No, you don't. You're a child. You have never existed. Yeah, you've never existed without the social media.
I could do a pager now. I could do a pager.
A pager.
A pager. Where are you gonna call from? Where are you gonna find that phone booth?
Phone booth.
There's a payphone booth somewhere.
Do you know what MapQuest is?
Yes.
Where
you had to print them out.
You had to print them out.
You had to be fast and accurate. And then you had to like recalculate yourself.
I mean, you had to read road signs and stuff.
No, I don't. I just disregard all that.
Now you don't have to.
No.
You got a computer telling you where to go.
Exactly. And my phone knows where I'm going, depending on the time of day.
Yeah.
Without me even telling
What's funny about my phone is, like, wherever I am, like in the afternoon, it'll just pop up and say, you're 27 minutes from home. And I'm like, what makes you think I want to go home? 18, I don't want to go home. You know I don't want to go home. I don't go home.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do. Just because this afternoon you think I want to go home, Chance. Hell no.
Get that chance.
But it's creepy that they think they know your routine and your pattern. It's creepy that they know. They say, hey, he's probably gonna go home around this time, or he only goes from one spot to the next spot. Like I get my car, it's like the gym is there, or the daycare's over there, or you're going to work, and it's like, no, I'm gonna go to do whatever I want to do right now. But
you and I, we went out to Roswell, New Mexico. Steve and Sean, we all went to Roswell, New Mexico, and did a show. And we were talking about getting an alien dummy from Area 51. And all of a sudden, all I started seeing was these ads that started popping up for these foam dummies. And now there's Ned sitting over here, judging.
That's why I thought about chicken the other day. I thought about fried chicken, and it was because I was on the toilet.
You think about fried chicken every day.
I do, but I was trying not to think about it while I was on the pot, and then all of a sudden,
on the pot,
Raising Cane's popped up, and I was like, stop.
Have you ever eaten on the pot?
That's I don't bring food around that or water. That's weird.
You never sat on the toilet eating fried chicken?
It's weird. There's like the poop particles. I think the poop particles are in
poop particles. Yeah, aerosolization.
So
that's right. Gets on toothbrush.
I don't bring.
Every
food
time you
around
flush
that.
the toilet, everything within a 15-foot radius gets coated with your fecal matter.
It's
So
the
I'm gonna
truth.
burn down
So
my
I always
house.
I'm a guy I leave my stuff outside the bathroom.
including your face.
Include everything.
But that's
Think
why
about
wash
it when
your
you go in
face,
a public bathroom, go in the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why years ago, Sean, like when I was a kid, I wouldn't go in a public toilet. I wouldn't use a public toilet to save my life. Then all of a sudden I realized I never read a headline that says somebody died from sitting on a Lowe's toilet at the Home Depot or whatever. Nobody ever said, oh, well, he sat on a public toilet and died. I was like, all right, it's
took your
nasty, but I'll
chances.
survive. Yeah, and plus the older you get, you get less to live for, and you really got to poop.
Yeah.
So
Everything goes out the window. after
Notating
that.
all this.
you want to see it happens, Candace. See, I'm twice your age. I'm exactly twice your age.
You are exactly twice
I'm
my
exactly
age.
twice your age. I got a daughter your age, and that's scary to me. Scary to me. You've never known a world without the internet. You've never known a world without.
I remember dial-up.
Do you?
Whoa.
Yes.
That's dial-up.
You had time to make a sandwich.
You had time to make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Boy.
You could like watch a TV for a little bit and then
I remember downloading songs that took like 3 days for one song. You're like, LimeWire, come on, go faster, bro. You're just like, I wanted this track for my train ride. No.
I remember when I got a computer that was a big computer, like it was a big one, like it was whoa man, it was a monster. Had 3 gig,
Yeah,
there you
3
go.
gig,
Yeah.
There you go.
and that was like my first like real computer.
And now you can just buy
Floppy
3 gigs
disks.
at Best Buy
Yeah.
for $5. You can literally buy a hard
If you
drive.
buy 3 gig, seriously, you're not in the same century as us.
Oh.
Like you can't even buy a 3 gig little, and it's like this.
Yeah.
It's a thumb drive,
It's
literally a
thumb drive of
thumb
32
drive. You get a
gigs.
terabyte. A terabyte. I bought a cell phone a couple of weeks ago. My second cell phone has a terabyte of memory on it. That is unbelievable what we're living in. I'm telling you, man, you sit on the toilet and study the patterns of the wallpaper. These days, you got every phone we own has been with us in a toilet somewhere. Think about that when somebody says, here's Aunt Carla, she wants to talk to you. Think about that, Candace.
Don't
That
touch
phone's
it.
been in that person's toilet.
Nope. Not gonna do it anymore.
They've been buying aliens from Area 51 while they're taking a poo.
I,
Just saw the numbers of that podcast go down right
There
there.
you go.
There they go.
I felt it. Just
I don't care.
plummet.
There was a disturbance in the force, but don't look at me like you don't poo. You poo. You poo with your phone in there. Everybody's pooing.
We went from
Y'all
AI
are watching it. You're watching the freaking podcast on the toilet,
Let's yeah.
That's technology. There we go.
right?
Let's bring back
That's
full
technology.
circle. That's
Benefit or
technology.
drawback.
That's the draw. What's the drawback?
Is it a drawback?
No.
It's not.
I think it's gonna be a drawback when we start getting replaced and jobs start getting replaced. It'll be a drawback.
Well, I mean, hey, Democratic candidates want to raise the deal to $15 an hour, minimum wage. Kamala Harris, wasn't Kamala that came out the other day and said she wanted to raise it to 20?
That's insane.
Rashida Tlaib.
Rashida Tlaib, no.
Yeah. She said that 15 was not enough. They needed to go to 20.
It was Tlaib. It was Tlaib. You're exactly
some
right.
things-
I don't doubt you.
She's millennial.
Well,
Yeah.
if you think about the minimum wage has not grown with the,
So anyway, Bernie Sanders' campaign was that they couldn't do they wanted to raise their people, their staffers, up to $15 an hour. Well, they couldn't afford to do it, so to raise them to $15 an hour, they just dropped their hours.
And I don't know
Well,
about
the
you.
cost of living keeps going up, though.
I've been to movie theaters where there's no workers. Like, there's nobody in the movie theater.
Everything's
at all.
automated.
Everything's automated.
Nobody has to take your ticket anymore.
No. You buy your ticket on your own.
Yeah.
You get your food on your own. You get your drink on your own. You go in. You're done.
I like that
Right?
because I don't like people.
But do you think that's gonna?
Me neither.
I like them. Okay. Did you say me either?
Well, you know.
Come
I'm
here. Give me a fist bump. There you go.
This
What'd you
is
say,
why.
Shawnee?
Do you at that point though? Do you think we're going to get to the point where people are going to have affordable living paid to them to do that? Because you're starting to replace all jobs. Like you go to McDonald's, you have to press. You don't even go to a person in McDonald's where you go to a machine, you start typing what you want, and which pisses me off because I don't want to waste my time pressing this thing over and over to tell me no pickles, yes pickles, no pickles. You know what I mean? It's just to a point, but we're going to get to a point where there's going to be no jobs. People are going to need affordable.
Okay, so we were in Ireland a couple of months ago. We were in Ireland, walk into the McDonald's in Ireland, because at the end of 7-8 days in Ireland, I was like, I just need a McDonald's, okay? Because I'm tired of shepherd's pie, and I don't want any more stew, and I don't want any more fish and damn chips. I want McDonald's. So I found a McDonald's, went in there. It was completely automated, kiosks in there. You ding, 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 and then about 5 minutes later, somebody calls your number, and you go up there and pick it up. That's it.
Right.
You never talk to a human being.
There's benefits to that, but there's also drawbacks because then you lose human communication.
Do you
connection.
need that though? Do you need that?
Yeah, you do.
I mean, unless you're at Chick-fil-A, do you need that?
Nature versus nurture. Anyone?
Because of not of it. People are weird because of not communicating properly. Like we live in a world now where people, they need coaching on how to date, on how to talk to people because they don't know how to speak because everything's just done like this on your phone and you're just like, what's the relationship? How do you interact with a human being?
Like,
It's
isn't that weird that when we're sitting at a table, Sean, when we're sitting at a table, Steve's sitting there, Jason's sitting there, and we're on the road somewhere, and we're sitting there, and we're with our favorite people, and we're on our phones. We're talking to people that aren't with us. But then when I'm not with you, who am I texting?
Texting you.
You, nonstop. You know why you're here today? Because you want to be with me. But later on, we're going to go to the ranch. We're going to get us some chicken, and you're going to sit across from me texting somebody else.
Probably.
It's going to happen.
Probably.
Because we're never satisfied.
Instant gratification takes too long.
It does. I love the old Louis C.K. deal about talking about how we complain about how slow the internet is and things like that, and your cell phone, and we complain and we about it and stuff like that. When that thing is sending a signal all the way, we could say the word. We could say 2558. We could say the word on the podcast.
As soon as call somebody
I'm not calling anybody, but I'm just saying people like about things.
I'm talking technology. Technology is a
But yeah, but you got to send this thing you got to send this signal all the way up there to the satellite, and it's got to come all the way back down to you, and you had to wait 60 seconds for it to come back to you, and we were complaining like that was a big deal. And then, that goes back to our moon landing that Steve doesn't believe in.
We learned a lot about that today, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Steve cast a lot of doubt on the moon landing. But I agree. So is it good? Is it bad? And I agree with Sean because we have lost our ability to have interpersonal skills and interrelational communication and things like that. We don't know how to carry on a conversation. We don't know how to look somebody in the eye when we talk. It's an amazing thing. I mean, like, you don't know how to date anymore. You don't know how to ask somebody out. I have these young guys all the time. They're like, well, I don't know how to talk to a girl. Well, why are you having a problem with that? It's just another human being. Well, they don't know how to talk to human beings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to turn into Wall-E. We're literally going to be into the world of Wall-E. Everybody's going to just be on a little cart being zipped around, just getting food shoved in your mouth, and you're just like a robot.
That's kind of my life now, basically.
We're already doing that.
So here's
Go to any McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah.
like a situation where it's either a benefit or a drawback. So like, do you have an Apple Watch? Do you guys
Jade does.
Okay, or a Fitbit, right? So it's good because it tracks like exercise, calories burning, heart rate, stuff like that. Well, it's actually being used in testimonies in murder cases.
Oh, hell no.
Between a husband and a wife because the husband wore his Fitbit, wife has her own, she dies, they can see her heart rate plummets at like 10 p.m. at night, and he was going to be put on trial for her murder. The only reason he's getting off is because his Fitbit places him away from the house at the time. And the heart rate is the same.
I got to get me a...
Right?
Fitbit?
So is that I mean, is that a benefit? Because you can see they actually have like her time of death where her heart rate plummets and is no longer active. But then for him, it also has his location.
What if he was doing some extracurricular activities during that time away from the home, but his heart rate really got high?
What kind of extracurricular activities, Steve?
Sex. Chad. Sex.
But
Could have been jogging. What the hell?
At 10:30 at night.
But at the end of the day, you still need evidence, and I think that's good to have that kind of evidence to go around.
But it places you like everywhere, no matter what, like your heart rate.
Which is good to some extent. Again, it's still at the end of the day, you still have to go to trial because you still have to have the evidence to prove right or wrong. The one that creeped me out was the one where a guy was about to kill his wife, and he started talking about like, "I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you." Alexa heard him say that, and they called the cops and sent the cops to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that just happened like what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's dark. So we talk about stuff all the time in our house, and we know Alexa's listens to us, and sometimes she just starts talking to us, and we're like, "What is she saying? Like, what are you doing? Listen to our conversation." So we kind of not talk about politics anymore in the house.
Or like the Pentagon developed a laser that identifies people by their heartbeats, and it can tell like how many heartbeats are in a house from like 2 blocks away. Right? So benefit or drawback.
I want off the planet. That's why we're going to the moon, Steve.
At what point could we not walk over to our radio and push the on button? And now we have to tell Alexa to turn it on.
Do you have an Alexa
Nope.
in your house? You got any Google Plays or anything like that?
Nope.
I got them all. I got 2 Google Plays. I got one that's under my bed. I'm educating the NSA. They learning some things. you can write a whole dictionary of terms on how to talk dirty. My bedroom. Sorry, Mom. Party time. All I'm saying is there's a couple of Googles. There's an Alexa. I swear my dog understands what we're saying.
I mean, they're going to get it no matter what. So if people think that not getting Alexa is going to stop or change their life, it's not. They're going to find a way to still get. They could access your phone right now. You still have a cell phone.
Oh, they're all access.
But
right
here's
now.
my thing.
what's
Who
the
is
difference?
they? Who is they?
Who would they want to be?
People.
Information
man, I don't
gatherers.
know.
There's people just gathering information.
But what's creepy is, did you see the Edward Snowden movie?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see that? You know who Edward Snowden is, of course.
Yes.
Worked for the government. And they were basically going in through people's computers and watching them through the cameras that were on their computer. And they could log into anybody that was doing any given thing at any given time. They could log in through your phone and all that stuff. And, I mean, there's nothing private.
It won't be long.
You look at Lisa Page and Peter Strzok, okay, in this Mueller report, right? So they're having this little tryst. They're having these affairs. You know, they both work for the FBI. And what happens? I mean, that's embarrassing. Can you imagine if all of a sudden your cell phone records got subpoenaed and everybody's going to start reading your text messages and how many booby pictures you've been sending out there and all? No, Candace, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at Sean. So just how many? You know, I mean, how much is you putting out there? And you know, you're like, well, okay, you're welcome, NSA. Here's that's my wife.
You have to live your life though, no matter what. So I think.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
You can't do anything about it. That's the point. You can't do anything about it.
You can't get off the grid.
Yeah,
No.
just like the thing with like the Alexas and the Google Home, you could like choose not to have it in your house, but you have other
You have cell
technology in your
phones.
house.
Yeah, you have a smart TV.
Yeah, same with, like-
Smart TV. You got a cell
but if
phone.
you
You got a
could-
computer.
If you can do all that, you can also, if you were the government that was spying on people, you could plant evidence. You could put stuff
I don't think it's
into
only,
your phone. They can put stuff. If they can take it out, they can put it in.
I don't think it's only the government though. I think it's anybody could access. Like Facebook could give your information away. Like Alexa can give you. They could sell your information to anybody. That's why you're starting to get ads of, you know, like we were talking about with Chance. You start to see these ads pop up because they know your routine. So it's not just the government's watch you. I mean, anybody's watching. Like somebody's going to start soliciting all your information. That's where it gets a little creepy. But it's
The
gonna
government
happen.
can't even run the post office, so I'm not worrying about them so
No, you
much.
can't-
It's these high tech people that are out here that are worth $400 billion,
Yeah.
like Mark Zuckerberg, that can take all your stuff and sell it away.
And sell it away.
But you can't like opt out of it either because there's like a study that dived into DNA testing. So, you know, there's a bunch of DNA testing kits. There's a variety of different companies. But they say even though you might be completely against DNA testing, it doesn't matter. You already have 1,000 matches
All right.
because all your family is not thinking about that. They
Well,
want
it's
to know.
just like I've talked
their
about doing the
cousins.
23andMe thing where I swabbed my mouth and I sent it in there and they came back and they said I'm 100% white. And so when I did that, Sarah Gonzalez was like, you gave them your DNA? And I'm like, I had 2 surgeries in the last year. I promise you, they have my DNA. They have my thumbprint, fingerprint, open the phone. They got my face recognition. We fly. We use Clear. We get retinal scans when we're in the airport. We do all this stuff.
Like deep fakes.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? We're already plugged into the matrix. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, just suck it up. Go along for the ride.
I mean, what you gonna do? What do we got? What I got at the most? Maybe 40 more years, if that long.
I got bad credit. Look at my information. I don't care. Take it.
Take my
Please.
identity.
I'm still living in that first world.
I'm telling you, dude, the silver lining, a 350 credit score will stop people from stealing your identity.
I've never had that issue.
That's right. I ain't never had to worry about it. Nobody wants my credit.
Who wants my stuff?
And I know what happens. People watching this thing, they're like, oh, hell no. That's why I don't even have a TV. I don't have a computer. You're watching this right now somehow. I got a rotary phone.
You're streaming it somewhere.
Which, by the way, I think we should go back to rotary phones because that'll save everybody from drunk dialing.
I have
Like, you would
nightmares.
never get...
I have nightmares from rotary phones.
I know, man. Timestamp it.
My mom used to beat
Part
me
time,
with the
mom, stay
phones.
horned.
My mom used to smack me with the phone when she was on it, talking on the phone. Bam! In your head. It's like,
And it had the long cords too.
Did you ever have that?
Yeah, long cords in
The long
yeah.
cord in the house or the something
Landline.
on the phone? You
The
just
100
stretch that sucker out. It'd be 100 foot, man. You'd be all the way down the laundry room, in the pantry, hiding out in the closet on the top shelf, talking to your
Clotheslining-
girlfriend. 3
clotheslining
a.m.
your
Hey, girl, I can hear you breathing. You asleep yet? You asleep?
Stay
You go
on
to
the
sleep. You
line.
hang up first.
Stay
No,
on the
you
line.
hang up first.
Stay on the line, baby. Stay on the
Hey,
line.
girl. Shh, let's go to sleep. I hear you breathing. Oh, girl. Oh, I heard you snore a little bit. Oh, I'm tired. I'll see you tomorrow at school. Okay, baby. All right. No, you hang up first. You hang up first.
I do that now.
Oh, my Lord. You're not going to get away from it. That's all I'm saying. Look, we're here. You know, I get people all the time. They're like, I don't like, Chad, you stop doing videos. You stop doing all this stuff. No, see, just even that, they control what you see. They control what traffic comes your way. They control, it's almost like they're guiding you. Like that Ned was supposed to be in our lives, right? Ned was supposed to be in our lives. And now here he is.
It's destiny.
Why? Zuckerberg. We should call him Ned Zuckerberg.
Okay.
I can't do that to you, Ned. I can't do that to you, Ned. Somebody needs to wipe Ned's
did you
nose. He's
even-
kind of dripping. Got a little.
Where did you even like? What website were you
He
on?
came to us. Candice.
What website were you on where it was like, here's a life-size alien
Amazon
that you
has
It
can
just
it.
purchase?
pops up on a Google search, or if I'm reading Breitbart or something like that, boom, there it is. Aliens.
It's like, if you like Breitbart, you may also like...
If you like the Drudge Report, then you may also like Ned from Planet 51.
You might want a life-size alien.
Yeah. Did you hear about the dyslexic guy that raided Area 15?
I think
Now dyslexics across the nation are typing away.
Backwards.
It's not funny.
That's not Nuffy. Not Nuffy. Oh, shut up, people. Laugh at yourself. My gosh, I have ED. GetRoman.com.
I don't think we're doing the Roman ad, but we can do the Roman
Why
ad.
not? Where'd it happen to Get Roman?
We can do that in a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
good. GetRoman.com.
Get Roman.
So anyway, we're screwed.
I don't think we're screwed.
We're not.
No, we're fine.
You see that? Did you remember the movie? And I've referred to it before. The movie Gattaca with Jude Law and
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke,
Uma
Thurman.
Mm-hmm.
Where basically everything is all about genetics. You got to get away. You got to have perfect genetics, or they're gonna put you in the oven. It's just anyway. But that's the whole deal. I mean, where are we going? We talked about that with Jamie Metzler. We talked about genetic engineering and bioengineering and designer babies and. I mean, is there a good aspect to that? Like, let's say you needed to change your DNA so that certain cancers didn't show up or something like that. But where do you stop with that?
Exactly. At what point do you play God? And
Yeah,
like, at what
because
point?
you're not having a green-eyed baby. You're not having a green-eyed baby. And so, you know what I'm saying? But if you want a green-eyed baby,
Poof.
shake it up in the tube.
That's awesome.
Simple as that.
Sean,
I could have one because my wife is Caucasian.
are good.
Sweet Lord. You got to laugh to keep from crying. What are you going to do, man?
I think
Here
at
we
this point you
sit.
should just cry. Let
Here
the
we
tears
sit.
flow.
I know. I'm getting out of here. Chance, shut up. You genetic anomaly. I'm going to get off this podcast and immediately check my cell phone and see who's texting me, see how the Facebook videos are doing, see if people are sharing them. Go to watchchat.com. Log into your technology. Go to watchchat.com. Find me on tour in a city near you, I hope. Stay tuned because we have a big announcement coming very, very soon that you're going to want to hear and be a part of. Candice, the queen of the Ethiopians. One day we shall swab your cheek.
No.
Yeah, we're going to send it in. We're going to see what comes back.
Kicking and screaming, I'll be.
We're going to hold you down. We're going to hold you down.
Put a lock of her hair right now. We could send it in.
I know.
Sean, don't give him ideas.
I know. I want to steal George Washington's lock of hair from the studio.
You probably shouldn't say that.
That one you
into
probably
mics.
can't get access to. That one's probably in a safe.
If you
Probably
challenge him, you know he's going to come in
But
here
you
in a
know
second.
Beck has the safe, right? Like he's got
There's a lot of
stuff
things in the
that's
safe.
locked up.
Yeah, that's definitely in a safe.
Yeah.
That wasn't cheap.
Or the
he's-
bunker.
He's talked about going and we don't talk about the bunker. But he talks about, going into some of the creepy things that are in his vault.
There's a lot of creepy things in my vault.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did you read that article about all the body parts?
Yeah, I had that at some point. Yes, it was like a Frankenstein, like they had sewn a woman's head on a man's body and then they were selling the body parts. It was like $500 for a knee.
Like $2,900.
That's cheap.
Like, yeah, you could buy replacement parts and stuff off of these bodies, but they had like 2 tons of bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They found this deal.
And that was like
And because what they did is they had bodies that were donated to science.
Mm-hmm.
And it was not a real regulated thing that was going on.
That probably should have some
Well,
regulations.
there were regulations, but like they were getting around the regulations, and they were like they didn't know what to do with all these bodies, and so there was they were. And the guy admitted that they did not use them properly. I mean, duh.
Did you see them confiscating the tools that they used though?
I didn't see any of it. I just read about it.
They had like a tree saw that you would trim like small branches on, and they had used that to like extract a spine.
Take a spine out. Yeah, I read that.
Called capitalism.
I mean, it's something. It's serial
A
capitalism.
Sawzall would work a lot better.
It was $1,200 for a body without the arms.
What are you gonna do with that?
What,
I'm just giving you options.
Arms.
what are we doing with
Just
Ned?
giving you options.
Well,
Find something
they're
to do
probably
with it.
selling them to college campuses, medical schools, and stuff like that, and doing it on the down low. And they're using them to practice surgery and stuff
Steve
like
is
that.
defending the body farms.
Yep.
He was a big
Surgery.
investor.
He's so dead serious too when he says this stuff. I mean, he's so deadpan. Oh yeah, they're probably just just putting it together.
Did
on
that
the
set you
down
back?
low. I mean, you get on
Practicing
Craigslist,
suture
you get on
techniques and
Backpage,
stuff
whatever,
like
you
that.
find your spine.
Did that set you back in business?
Nope. Didn't set me back.
He's a shareholder
Don't
for sure.
ever eat barbecue at Steve's house. That's all I'm saying.
I've
Hey,
amputated
what's
a few
ribs?
limbs.
He literally was inviting you to go eat barbecue later.
I know it was. We're cooking ribs tomorrow. Oh God.
Yours.
Hey, where's the tree trimmer? I gotta get the fat off of here.
Cut the back out of it.
The fat back. Here, we gotta trim this. Let's go get some fried chicken, Shawnee.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I love y'all. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Bye.